mobile sounds. DJ Kid. Tamparan sima ay nanggigising na.
Let's welcome our host Sir Alberto Abira aka Tata Bert.
Good afternoon and good evening. Mabuhay kayo lahat. Nandito na naman tayo. At 3 araw na lang, magbabago na ang lahat. Okay, mapalitan na ang 2021, which promises a good happiness and a good future for every one of us. Let's hope the best and our dreams would come to reality. So don't lose hope. The mere fact that we are alive, we enjoy every moment of it, and we have to take advantage of any possibilities that we have to encounter and make us a better person. Make an atonement that you will be closer to God in every day of your life. Thank God we are alive again. So, the 2021 will be a good promise that goodbye 2020, you planted a bad impression, but that is now history. So you are facing again to a new stage of life, hoping and wishing that good health is paramount to every existence of the humanity. So that is how we struggle and fight and to maintain our relationship with one another, our community, and the government as a whole. We have to be healthy in order to be productive. So we have to do it and enjoy every moment of it. So, thank God we are alive again. I have to repeat these things because this is our only link. What could we do? We are not saints or have given a special power to create miracles, but we have the power and all the chances that they are given to us of thanking God being alive. That's good spirit, and that is the best gift that we receive from God. Thank you for giving us a chance to serve you again and again. So that's what we are. So there we go. So after those spiritual messages, of course we have to go back on earth, facing our reality, our surviving effort, and in sharing to every members of this earth that we will be happy and keeping smiling. That is the food for truth that keeps the body and mind healthy and always ready to serve the Lord at every moment in our lives. So we have to accept it. We in a minute, and any day, and any hour, and any year. Who knows? We will be our mission may be over. We don't know. Only God knows when and where. So let's be prepared and thanking Him again, that we existed. We have a chance to serve Him, the Lord. So this is the fulfillment of our mission. So we have to do it rightly, and the most important thing is love yourself so your neighbors and everybody would love you, because If you cannot even love yourself, who will do the first to love you? So it has to be you. Then it is symbiosis. When you love yourself, you love everybody because you are not a living thing alone in this earth. You are existing with other finite beings. So that's it. So be happy. And let's now go back to our community obligations. As a member of the PAMA's Board of Trustees, we were able to have an entrance to the building yesterday. The president has handed me the keys of the doors of the PAMA's building. So we went there and checked it out, and so far so good. They have done a good job. But no formal turnover yet. We just give an entrance just in case there is some need of cleaning, so we do it. But the building is clean. Of course, some arrangement has to be done in accordance to the need of the incoming executive board. But we are just a board of trustees member, Dick Dahirok, myself, and who was that, Danny, and some lady. But we were just four, so we just check, and after that, after an hour of checking everything, everything is fine. So maybe there will be changes a little bit, but this will be the part of the executive board when they come in. But as of the customary, they have to be inducted first in order to act officially as the incoming executive board for the remaining 6 months or 8 months of the year, because that is the the result of the decision. It took them almost 12 months. So now we have 6 months for the remaining term. So and then will be start of campaigning again. But that is the world of politician. Immediately after your induction, you start campaigning. So what about the works? Uh, because some of the directors even uh, answered me back that where in the constitution says that the after winning an election you still have to work. Never specify that. Some answer that it is a duty. Where is it written? So there is always a way. I could answer that under oath in the last line there. Tutuparin ko ang tungkulin ng buong katapatan at walang hangaring umiwas. The word says that it is not through the Constitution alone, but the mere fact that you invoke the presence of God when you took oath, you will be responsible for that. So it all depends. So how you take it. So let's once again. Hopefully, this pandemic regulation will be out this coming summer, and we will start a new life, a new 2021, back to normal, the real normal, not a new normal. Hopefully, we wish. And everybody will be enjoying again and again. I had a meeting last 2 weeks with the Knights of Rizal officers, commanders, imagine that, commanders, generals, that they have a proposed project for the commemoration of the death anniversary of Dr. Rizal. So they asked my suggestions. So the mayor the most important thing for me is the reenactment and the teaching of the Dr. Rizal. His legacy has to keep alive and maintain that those who were knighted could preserve the name as Maginoo, gentleman, respectable. So hopefully we will maintain that the Knights of Rizal has the integrity. And it is because being a knight is not the uniform that's being respected. It is the person that wears the uniform that is being respected because achievements could be more camouflage. It could be bribe. You could receive that through bribery, or maybe you could even buy the medals. Because actually, before, I have been in the Knights of Rizal for the past 15 years before I could get promoted to KCR. So that means I earned my degree. So, but now, if you paid your membership, lifetime membership, automatically you're KCR. So where does the merit take effect? So you cannot blame them for knowing nothing, but they were promoted. So that's how it is. That happened to some. Not maybe not all, but some also deserve to be having that ranks. But uh, as I observe only, because maybe I could see here, I cannot be perfect. That is just my comment. You don't have to take that officially. So maybe somebody would come up and make a correction on me. I would appreciate that. So because, as I said, I don't have that full knowledge. Maybe it could be done in their own way, but on my I could only speak about my experience. So that's how it is. So because this is talk show, so how could I? If you find out that I am talking not in reality, please correct me because how would I know I'm correct or not if nobody would confronted me to make a correction on what I have said. So this is a challenge for you. I'm waiting that somebody will come forward. Bert, shut up and listen to me. What you have said is wrong. So this is the right way. So I will appreciate that. So somebody has to correct me. But for now, that is what I knew. So not because I know it's always correct, but so it is an intriguing statement that I need somebody to come up and forward and confront me, especially in the TV, because this is a talk show. It will be lively, and I will be thanking you to make the correction of what I have said. So hopefully, the program for tomorrow, the 124th death anniversary of Dr. Rizal, will be more interesting and more informative that they are proposing. Because tomorrow will be the flower offering at the bust of Dr. Rizal. It will be around after lunch because it needs preparation and uh, whatever changes it comes up. So we'll just wait and see because I have seen the program made by chapter commander Sir Jerry Dancel, KGOR, that there will be a simple program, of course, and some speeches, especially our adopted Councilor Marvin Rotran and Leonel Perez and the NGG Mayor Borough is also invited. Hopefully, everybody will be in, but with this kind of temperature, how long could you stay outside and this frigid situation? Maybe everything will be brief, and the rest of the speeches may be done on this YouTube. So, as lined up, at least 10 will give the messages, and as I could figure, how long will that take? Because maybe a picture taking will suffice the event for the good intention. The rest will be history. It could be on the YouTube or wherever that is acceptable and productive for the pursuance of the celebration. Good luck, because tomorrow it will never be different from today's weather. Hopefully, weather permits that there will be no rain. Maybe cold, we could contemplate more, but the spirit will still be the same. So we'll be doing that, because that's not the first time, because every year, every 30th of December, we're doing our part, but now with this condition, especially the protocol of keep distancing, of course, how could everybody be joining there without the attention of these law enforcers? With the presence of some counselors, I hope the officers will be lenient enough to give us our good reasons for 5 minutes offering uh, one after another, one speaker after another. So we'll do it fast and brief and everything, because it is not the length of space that counts, but it is the content of the space. Three or five, a one sentence suffice to express the real meaning and the spirit of the event that we are celebrating, which is a tribute to our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. 124th year ago, he was assassinated, he was persecuted for his revelation of the abuse of the Spanish for the past 300 years. It's too bad that after 300 years, Filipinos were able to go to school, and they were able to apprehend, to learn that what these invaders are doing to them is an abuse. So, with his writing, the Noli and Freely have awakened the Filipinos to stand up for the rights and the privileges as a human being, that they have to earn respect from these invaders. We follow the rules and laws, whatever uh, given to us. We respected that, but an abuse and disrespect of human is not acceptable. So that's how our national heroes, when they have gained education after 300 years, only then that the writings of Dr. Rizal have awakened the civilization of the Philippines, that they have to stand up for their rights and they are not a subject for abuse. So that's how we didn't get the Spanish didn't give us the independence. We proclaim ourselves independence on the balcony of Andres Bonifacio, Andres Emilio Aguinaldo, correction, and the porch of the Dr. President Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed that June 12, 1896 was the they declared independence and they shouted in the balcony with their bolos. They tore their cedulas because cedulas are just an ID as a citizen of the country. So they told their cedula that they are not the subject of the Spanish anymore. So they shouted Mabuhay, raised their hands with the sharp bolo. Of course, bolo is the only weapon they have against the bayonet and firearms, guns, and cannons of the Spanish. But despite of that, the Filipinos have gained respect after they shouted Mabuhay and Tordesilra and declared themselves independence. So eventually, we the Spanish have no choice but to give us respect. Independence was not given, but uh, some invaders came, and when the Americans arrived in the Philippines, they free us from the hands of the Spanish, and they also govern us. And but eventually, in 1946, July 4, 1946, the American also gave us our independence from maybe from the Americans, because we already declared ourselves independence from Spain. But so President Quezon accept the independence, and then President Rojas. So we are truly independent. Since 1896, we were already independent. So, but it was the American has to keep us also independence immediately a year after we were liberated from another invader, the Japanese invasion. So in 1946, the American gave us also an independence from the Americans, because the, the Japanese were defeated by the Americans, and so they saved us from the Japanese. So we are occupied by the Americans again. So, but 1946, they gave us independence. But and President Garcia, or yeah, declared that we were having independence in 1896, proclaimed by President Emilio Aguinaldo. So that was the first president of the Philippines, President Emilio Aguinaldo, proclaimed in the house of Aguinaldo in Cavite. So that's how it is. So tomorrow, hopefully, the celebration will highlight all these events, because the commemoration of death of the Dr. Jose Rizal is a Cohen word of independence. So we'll see how the directors or creative writings will be, or producing this show or a program. All these things will be boiling down, up and down between the commemoration and independence of the Philippine independence. So we'll see and what we'll listen to these generals of this Knights of Rizal here in Canada, uh, also, and especially Montreal region, because hopefully the recognition of being a region will be given to us here in Montreal, because it only requires 3 chapters to to become a region. But for now, Quebec has 5 chapters. We have of course, the original Montreal, and then we have the West Island, they have the Mackenzie, the Maharlika, and what Tabamos chapter, and actually six because that includes Ottawa also, Ottawa, but they are named after uh, the city uh, of Quebec. So it is part of Quebec. So they are a part of Quebec region if we will be recognized as a region. For now, it's not official because we are still asking for it. We don't know when could that be done, but it is not a question of being a region or what. The important is cooperation and following protocols because with so many chapters, there is no more coordination. So whose fault is that? Is that the creation of the chapter that you are splitting the membership? I think this has to be clarified. If a chapter, a region commander who call himself, please act as a region commander. Why allow the splinters? Why? Who made the order of that following the protocols of your region? So this is just a food for thought because we are new, and at the same time, it so happened in this situation. Maybe this thing could be reconciled uh, sooner, immediately after this COVID situation. We have to educate ourselves what should be done, maybe a closer communication because misunderstanding could create some disagreement and competition. That is not the purpose. That is the object of the Knights of Rizal. Knights of Rizal is cooperation. It doesn't matter how many chapter you are or wherever you are, but the order, the communication is one. Let's follow orders. Let's follow protocols. So, because especially the Knights of Rizal has only three official celebrations. The Philippine Independence, the birth of Rizal, and the death of Rizal. That was the basic, the three major events that we have to work together. Other than that, parties and whatever you have, you could do it by your chapters. But when it comes to national celebration, it is a must that all chapters has to work together. And the communication should come from the regional commander after receiving an order from the headquarters. So let us be following this protocol. You call yourself as knights, meaning obedient and loyal, respectable. Please remember that you are knights. Anong kahulugan sa knights? Sa Tagalog, maginoo, kagalang-galang, respetado, at matulungin una sa lahat. So, that is how we should be as Knights of Rizal. I'm not talking because I am that. That is the guideline. That is the word from the Knights of Rizal. I am just repeating what has to be done. Not because I say that I am perfect. No, I am one of those who will be learning every day. Because if ever infraction committed, they will not say you are from this chapter, you are from that chapter, it's the fault of that chapter. No, they will always say it's the Knights of Rizal. So everybody will be at stake. Let's keep it that way, that we have to maintain and protect the name as Knights of the Sun. Okay, so I was waiting that somebody from the chapter or any chapter as big case maybe, but so far none. So I have to do this talking again. Okay, so we'll have a break. Thank God that I have this supporter, Chi Papa, my goddaughter's restaurant now, patronize it. Okay, so put music. I have to personal call. What about Christmas song? This is the season of jolly, but nothing is happening here.
DJ Kid.
Basic yan, nakatay kay saya. Oo, ate, manok na tinola sa bahay. Kuya, ay mayroong picture pa. Ang bawat tahanan ay hanggang tayo na tayo, masarap na tayo. Meron na tayo, pinakayat keso. Ibang noche buena sa gabing ito. Oras ay harap, gusto. Tayo na tayo, masarap na tayo. Meron na tayo, ibang noche buena sa gabing ito. Oras ay harap, gusto. Basic na ng gabi, nakatay kay sayang luto. Ate, manok na tinola sa bahay. Kuya, ay mayroong lechonan pa.
You see, that is refreshing. That is a food for thought. That once and again we have to be back to our birthplace, that we are here not because we are forgetting where we come from, but this is a recollection that those were the days in our native home, that the clinging of the sound of the children, the laughing, the laughing, the shouting, the running, that is the real true Christmas songs. Because you don't have to have a full laden tables of foods, because food is just perishable, but the spirit, that the kissing, the mano po ninong, that is the symbol of Christmas. It's not because of what you could give, no. The mere fact that a child will kiss your hand in saying mano po ninong, or that is a heartbreaking situation, that God has given you the power to bless the kid, because the mere fact that you kiss a child is a good sign of being a Christian and a loving person. So let's keep it that way. Let's keep the spirit again and again. So that is why Christmas has to be repeated every year, because to rekindle the memories and the tradition that we Filipinos has to keep. Not only Filipinos, but the Christian world all over has to do the same thing, that memories of reconciliation during this season has to be impaired, has to be parted, each and every one of us. So God bless everyone. Merry Christmas, I would say again and again. But of course, we will say goodbye to 2021 and welcome 2021. So goodbye 2020. Your memories may be remarkable and have planted bad image, but hopefully that will just be a memory. And we will be welcoming the prosperous 2021. So be it, and we will be expecting a good coming of the 2021, that we will be alive and strong again, because the 2021 has developed as formidable mind and body, that we will be ready to accept and challenge whatever may come, but we are born for it, and it's not new for us. Hardship is not new to us. So, but most of us, we will just pick, let that be a history to learn, and that makes us all prepared to any eventualities that may occur somehow in somewhere. Hopefully, it will be totally enjoyable 21 in the rest of the coming years. Thank God we're healthy and we will be here to celebrate with the joyous coming 2021. So, how could it be joyous? It could be joyous and profitable to each and every one of us if we are happy and loving with no enemies, no curse, no anguish, no depression, because depression will kill your health. Wishing is a good chance of life because your body will always be resistance if your mind is healthy. So that is how we have to accept the divorce, because happiness is always on your mind. Like anybody else would say, how could you be happy when you have nothing? You see, it's not because that's what you have, you will be happy. Because you don't have the millions, you will not be happy. No, sir. Look at those millionaires. They are more having problems than yourself. So, because, of course, man without problem is dead. So problem is the part of life. So, be ready and accept all these things. So, and this coming 2021, the be ready for a big celebration because, as I've said, as I watching this TV and the TV of the ABS-CBN, that a certain general have already given an injection to their fellow soldiers since October. So that means before the production of this availability of the vaccine, they already have that vaccine and they're ready for injection to the soldiers. So it was revealed that his group already got the vaccinated and everything goes fine. She, Corina was pinning to the general who authorized you, but she is good in evading the question that it is an its own volition that made the decision that he has to inject this company or fellow soldiers. So, but he was so evasive when he pinned to the question, who authorized you, where you get, who supplied you. So maybe tomorrow we'll get the clarification in some questions. I'm sure it will be flooded of questions because one good department will complain that without their authorization, this injection should not be implanted to the citizens, but especially the Department of Health. But the soldier, the general, was so blunt that it is in all his volition only that he wants these soldiers to be healthy and be ready to any eventualities. That's why He didn't say where he get his order, but he admitted that this company is was already injected the vaccine uh, since October. And hopefully, why only the soldiers has to be injected? So maybe special treatment, or they are the one to be saved only, or they have to save them the soldiers first before saving anybody else. Who knows what will be the theory, but uh, clarification hopefully may be given tomorrow. Corina will always dig the real answers, and hopefully that soldier could give a light clarification, because I'm sure that we are not sure, or because he was pinned who gave him authorization, he will not reveal. He is so evasive. So that's how it is. As a soldier, you always have to protect your commander in chief. So we'll find it out. So, but some question will be arising. Why only soldiers have to receive this? Why it's only available to the few? So that ponders the question. So okay. So we'll wait the answer tomorrow. Oh, who knows? I don't know yet. Somebody could dig a better question, so we could get the real answers. Because of course the largest soldier is important than anybody else, but otherwise, in the democratic country, everybody will be treated equal. But equality, sometimes it all depends on whom you are talking. So that's how it is, because this is democracy. Democracy has freedom. You have freedom of choice. You have to free to save yourself. You are free, but not to harm others. So let's get together. So we'll wait. So, but says the ending of this 2020, the promise of 2021, everything will be bright again and again. So tomorrow, and hopefully, because the farmers will be available as soon as the regulation of protocol will be lenient to have activities in the farmers building, because farmers has to maintain the building, the heating, the electricity, and the phone bills are piling up. How could they make fundraising with this situation? Will they be able to appeal to the community that bills has to be paid in order that farmers building will be at risk if debts and bills will be piling up? So it is a challenge to the incoming executive board, but for now it is the duty of the BOT to maintain that building. So when you come in, if you call yourself as a temporary caretaker of the farmers building, make your announcement, make your presence aware to the community that you are taking charge of the building for maintenance and everything, repair if it is needed. So please don't wait till the building deteriorated. before you come in. I'll be looking forward by January 6th, hopefully, uh, partially will be operated. But it all depends on the situation of this COVID study, because Quebec is a culprit in this situation, has the highest number of these cases. But upon the receipt of this vaccination, God willing, this will decrease and eventually will be erased, and more back to normal situation as we wish. I would like to call again the attention of this chapter's commanders, because if you have a good program tomorrow, uh, why don't you share? Why keep it to yourself? Okay, you put that in the email, you put that in the this TV program, but others doesn't even bother looking at this program anymore on the TV, because they would rather watch the series, the videos, and of course they would like to see their relatives and friends making having a good dinner and showing off their what they have during this social event. This Yuletide season is a reflection of our memories and recalling the good tidings that we will be sharing each other. It is a good time and reason to reflect that those were the days are always good days, because what we have now, we still have to experience and learn about it. We could only remember what was past, when in the future has to be learned. So we have to be ready all the time. And in someday, 2021, since it is a good promise, so we will be working hard, and we cannot just rely on promise, because reality has to be earned and work at it. So let's work on this, because if the promise is good, we have to earn that to share the promise. The, the shower of these blessings has to be for everybody if you are worthy of it, because you cannot just be waiting for graces and abundance by just waiting, but you have to work for it. You have to be worthy of the showers that you have to about to receive this year. If not, so keep just hoping. You have to work for it, as I said. So it has been repeated that you cannot just wait and see. Not what Milton have said. They also serve who stand and wait. Those are just a poem, but in reality, you have to be a recipient, and you have to be qualified, because you have to earn in order to receive the graces that will be showered on each and every one of us. If ever doing nothing but you still receive, you must be special one. The important is that man has to exert effort to gain energy, to gain whatever is worth for you. You cannot just wait and say thank you without moving your arms and lips and even your brain. Because just what I have said before, if God has given you the intellect to invent this vaccine and you just keep it to yourself, you will be responsible for it. Likewise, if you have a family and you let them starving, being a father or a bread earner, and you just let them suffering without exerting effort, you will be responsible. Likewise, if you have a little bit extra and you let your friends and relatives just looking at you and you let them stay hungry, you will be responsible. So the response as a Filipino is a very honorable and very admirable because the mere fact that every year Philippine is a disaster, is very prone to disaster. So I am suggesting to every organization that we don't have to wait till disasters come before we move. I'm suggesting each organization must create a committee that immediately after taking oath, because this committee has to start a fundraising immediately that whenever the need arises, we will be there because we members will always understand that we will admire you that you don't have to wait the fire before preserving water to do the work, to put out the fire. So be ready, have the water ready. You don't have to wait for the fire before you save water. That's what I mean. So just like in the disaster area. Yes, Terry, thank you. Sabi, Ben Vlog. Good right. Salamat sa iyo, Ben. Badiga Renal. Welcome po, Ben, sabi Vlog. Terry Sansio. Thank you, Ihap, for showing up. Okay, Terry Sansio. Hello, Terry Sansio. That's nice because I've been talking here. My throat is dry, but I have to keep on going. Hopefully, somebody would wake up and say, hello, Tata. I'm tired of your listening for you. Could I come in? And I have to send special announcement. Have to greet my kid, my children, my friends. That's what the show is all about. That means that everybody is listening. So participate and exchange ideas. Maybe you could correct me, or maybe you have something to add. Maybe you have some uh, friends who you would like to greet this session. It would be nice joining us together because this is how the system works. We have to take it. On my old days, because of course, the communication before in early 70s, we are longing to have that phone that we could reach our families in the Philippines. It costs us at least $200 just to say hello and how are you. But now everything is easy. You could see them face to face. You could say so. We have to be thankful, and because that is the modern communication. That's the science has developed to us. So we have to be grateful. But likewise, this show has to be activated because talking me alone, that means nobody's watching, but showing your names there, maybe it's good sign that at least you are there to say hello, Tata, that's good enough. And I would appreciate more if you could say something and make announcement of yourself, make announcement of activities. I know everybody's dealing with business. I know everybody's a member of an organization. So Why don't you share? Use this media. I know. So let's take advantage of the modern communication because this is how we live. You have to be and and constant with the development of science because yesterdays are gone, they will never come back. So we have to accept the reality of the future. So whatever it is, we have to be ready and we have to update ourselves. We cannot because that's what we learned yesterday. It will end that way. No, you have to update in every development of science. So that's how it is. Even food. So did you ever heard that there is already plastic rice? Hopefully that will not destroy our system, but uh, we heard of that, but hopefully we'll be eating the same natural rice forever. So some food are already contaminated because of this fast developing in our appetite because the plain cooking is maybe tasteless anymore without the artificialities of this added uh, chemicals in our food, in our diet. So, but how it is that our body has to be adapted to the real situation of the any changes in our diet. Of course, don't assume that old people are having healthy bodies, they could live 90 or 100 plus because they only ate natural foods. Besides, the recreation, they don't abuse their body. They don't drink. They just drink milk and fresh food. So as we change this diets, our body would react because it is not a machine anymore. That because if you feed your body like your car, it used to have a gasoline only, but if you change the put to water, will be something has to be changed also. Maybe you could change your car to a steam engine. So it'd be running by electricity or steam or maybe solar. But those are the event now because that's not a future anymore. It's already in the system. It's already in our society. Electricity, steam, solar. Which before electricity car is not allowed because the as what is promised because the gasoline company will be closed because some businessman is against it because that's they will be put out of business. But now, since the gasoline is not that enough because of the explosion of population, so they have to resort to other means like steam, electricity, and solar. So for now, that is new, but maybe 5 years from now, it's not new anymore. It's very common. So be it. Thank you, and thank God that I survive again. So I will be calling again the Knights of Rizal if they have to. If they needed help, I'm here. But it seems that everybody is quiet. Maybe they're busy having the parties. Um, I hope I don't hurt anybody because what I say is just for the sake of talk show, and I'm glad that you are listening. If you will react, that means thank you. You are my friend. So, God bless everyone and mabuhay. Maraming salamat sa inyo. sa inyong pakikinig, sa inyong pagtiis sa akin na kahit na baluktot ang mga salita ko, pero kahit paano, I survived for another hour. Thank God that this opportunity is always on me, but hopefully somebody could take over sooner than I would expected, because somebody must needed a new voice, a new face, and a new ideas to be done in this program. Good luck, everybody. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. At good night, good morning, and hello to everyone. Merry Christmas and welcome 2021. Happy New Year. Mabuhay kayo lahat. Palakpakan tayo.